So, um, so I found out at the beginning of this month that October is ADHD Empowerment Month, formerly known as Awareness Month. And I was gonna make a video on the 1st, and it's the 22nd. So that's kind of like explains everything, right? I put it off. So almost the month is almost over, and I just feel like I'm still, learning a lot about ADHD, being diagnosed so late. I was diagnosed just last year, so it hasn't been long that I've known kind of form like officially that my brain works differently. But I feel like I've always known. It's something that I always felt different, you know. Just growing up, I always felt kind of like lonely or alone. Um, that is until I started hanging out with theater people. And it's funny, I was always drawn to theater people. I wonder what that says. Maybe they're just more accepting. Um, but I finally have found my tribe, but I've always just felt really alone and anxious. Even as a kid, I just started to think that everyone felt that way until a few years ago. A lot of people started talking about mental health awareness and then talking about anxiety, and then I realized that maybe something is going on. So I was first diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, and then I started to go to therapy, and then in talking to the therapist and with a friend of mine who actually was diagnosed with ADHD late in life as well, they kind of picked up on some things that I was telling them that I was struggling with, and suggested that maybe I go and, get, you know, see if that's what's going on. And it turns out that that was it. So honestly, I felt a lot of relief once I found out, because it finally explained a lot of things. And the more I started to learn about ADHD, I literally felt so seen. I felt so validated in all of my experiences. But it was only the beginning, because honestly, even now, like, just talking about it, there's still a lot of things that I struggle with, and I'm trying to get understand better. But one of the things that has really helped me is honestly medication. Now I was so against medication for a long time. I don't like taking medications, honestly, even for like things like headaches and stuff. I don't like taking like Tylenol or cough medicine. So thinking about taking a pill to, like, kind of help me with my neurospicy brain, it just freaked me out. And my first experience with medication was not a good one. I tried something that the first time that I tried it, it made me feel like a zombie. Like, I just felt like it completely dulled like everything about me. I had no aspiration, no excitement about anything. Like, I didn't even want to watch TV until the medication started to wear off. But I gave it about a year, and what really actually got me thinking that medication might help is watching the 2024 Olympics, because this newsletter that I get, this ADHD newsletter, was telling me about all these Olympians, all these athletes that take medication for ADHD, like Simone Biles. I think Noah Lyles is one. Michael Phelps, who I don't know if he currently does. I think he was taking it, but stopped. But just thinking about all the things that they were able to accomplish, and all the goals that they're able to achieve, it made me break down in tears, because I was like, what if I could live my best life and do all the things that I've been wanting to do, and putting off and talking myself out of, if I just try. So this is day 7 on a different medication, and immediately I I felt the difference. Like, I have more focus. I away the negative self-talk, you know, the things that make a lot of people with ADHD, like lack of self-confidence, in addition to just society just making us feel just like we're failures. Those things went away. My daily anxiety, which sometimes is literally crippling, my anxiety went away. I just was really proactive about a lot of things I wanted to do just in this last week. I've been sleeping better. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night with like just a lot of racing thoughts. And I'm able to, I feel like that executive function of knowing, kind of prioritizing what needs to get done first, that is a lot better too. So I just am just so grateful that, you know, I was able to get the help and the resources that I need, but that's not the case for everyone. And obviously I'm still late to this, you know, like the fact that I wasn't even diagnosed until my big grown age says a lot, you know, because they did studies on only white boys. You know, women of color and just women in general, but women of color are often just not diagnosed. And so we suffer and we struggle and we don't know why. And we feel like we're failures, but there's a reason. And not to say that anyone who has ADHD is, you know, like failing. Like we just literally, our brains are literally wired differently. And I just wish more people would accept that. And I just wish there were more spaces for us to feel accepted, and more, especially more jobs that we could get that wouldn't, you know, make us feel like we were crippled with boredom. That is one thing, we're literally allergic to boredom. So but yeah, I just, hopefully, you know, I'll update. Hopefully going forward I will continue to just improve and do better. And I'm just excited. I'm, you know, like I said, it's a lot of emotion sometimes thinking about it, but you know, I think it can only go up from here. So